Boom shakalaka, $1 million Bitcoin is virtually guaranteed, but did we get the launch date wrong? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, millionaire mega opportunity for Bitcoin, but did we get the launch date wrong? Before we get into it guys, like the video, join us on Twitter at Crypto Love, subscribe to the OG Bitcoin Crypto YouTube channel making daily videos for over 7 years. That's a long time. Now, today, Fear and Greed Index at 41, up from yesterday's 37, but still in fear, down from last week's greed to fear. The overall market sideways, Bitcoin at 61,123, Ethereum at 2379, BNB at 548. And Bitcoin right now sitting just above the baby maker moving average. Now, if we take a look the last time this happened, the 21 EMA, the blue line, did eventually push price underneath the baby making moving average. Right now, that is sitting at 62,129. Could it happen once again, pushing price underneath there, and then we'll go sideways like these previous bar patterns every single time that it got rejected from this bull flag top right here? Well, maybe it'll just repeat over and over again. So far, this has been the worst start for Bitcoin in October's history. This is supposed to be Rocktober, Uptober, Bitcoin, God Candletober, whatever you want to call it. So far, looks pretty terrible. However, should be noted, October's not over. It just began. And if we take a look, it's not really until about October 19th, roughly this area, when most things start trending upwards. There were a few years where it went up from the beginning, but most of them around October 19th, that's when the positive gains start. The Halloween effect, the Bitcoin birthday effect, all of those effects happening, the election effect, whatever you want to call it. So, that being said, there's room to go. As a matter of fact, based on the 731-day theory from the bottom of the 3-month candles, 731 days back here in 2015, 2018, 2022 to the tops in 2017, 2020, and 2024 would suggest that October will be the start of the mega bull run. So it's supposed to happen. But a lot of people right now scared. There's fear. Will it be October after all? Who's to say? We can see that many months have started lower than they ended. For example, May and July and August and September and maybe October. We'll kind of have to see how this plays out. But there is the possibility maybe we get it wrong. The real Bitcoin market could begin in 2 months. Not October like everybody's thinking, but actually November 28th, 2024. Now this is based on this kind of cycle down here that happens, and based on this, November 28th is generally when the red year starts, so we might have a little bit more time than everyone is thinking. Maybe not October, maybe up to November. So, Bitcoin recently has just retested previous resistance, turning into support with the stock RSI going into the oversold territory, suggesting potentially a local bottom. Maybe we just need to liquidate all of those degen longs and then price can continue to move up. You know, I have a theory nowadays that price isn't really going to have any more blow off tops anymore because we do have all these degen long traders. Every time the market starts creeping up, they go 100x long and then the price has to come back down to liquidate all of them. So I have a feeling, like Willy Woo said a couple years ago, it's just going to be kind of like a creepy crawly staircase upward movement for Bitcoin for the rest of the future, at least until the degen longs, just all of them are liquidated, but that'll never happen. So right now, Bitcoin does have a breakout on the global liquidity index with its moving average here in red. You can see that historically, when there was a breakout, it did signal a pretty massive bull run for Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, some of the largest bull runs so far. Could this be another one in the works? Certainly looks that way. Also, taking a look, just lining up Bitcoin with the global M2 money supply as it went sideways. How about that? Bitcoin went sideways too. But when it goes up, well, maybe Bitcoin will go up as well. Could we see that happening in the future? Certainly hope so. Every single time that Bitcoin makes a higher low on the weekly, like we can see here with all these reds, Bitcoin starts to fly, as is the golden child for SpaceX. Will this time be different? Probably not. It's only a matter of time before things really do take off for Bitcoin. If we take a look at the power law median fair value model, 50% quantile regression, $1 million is not fantasy. This trend line right here has $1 million by 2034. And if you want to know the actual numbers, the power law quantile regression channel and peak predictions based on exponential decay model, well, if we take a look at this, the numbers right down here, we can see by November of next year, 2025, the predicted peak would be $198,000, but it could be anywhere from $51,000 to $336,000. And then the halving after that, 2029, $429,000 is the peak, but it could be anywhere from $184,000 to $897,000. And the predicted peak in 2034, like we were just saying in this chart right here, is $1 million per Bitcoin. John McAfee was not wrong. November 2034, we will have John McAfee Day because he doesn't need to eat his own penis. Well, the predicted peak would be somewhere between $672 and $2.4 million per Bitcoin. And while everybody is concerned with Bitcoin right now, they may be missing what's going on with altcoins. This is a crypto total market cap excluding the top 10. And if we take a look, clean action for altcoins with a breakout and retest. A lot of eyes trying to time the exact bottom dip on Bitcoin are going to miss loading up on alts and microcaps early and being patient. Yes, it does look like breaking out of the downtrend, retesting that downtrend, setting up for a massive launch. Going to go from Bitcoin season to alt season. The alt season index has an inverse head and shoulders on it. We showed that last week multiple times. Well, things could be lining up for altcoins too. Pack your bags. But that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video, join us on Twitter, The Crypto Love, subscribe to the channel, and also YouTube says watch that video right there. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.